All right, here's another question that came in literally this week. It was from one of our associates, and because we always assume our associates know everything. Of course not. There's a learning process here as we stack the learning. And he said to me, "Hey, what do you mean by when you say you can pay a premium on an owner financing property that's free and clear? What do you mean by that? And what does premium mean, and how does it work?" So here's how it works. When we say, or you hear in any videos, especially if you go look at our deal structure videos, there's 150 of them and a bunch of owner financing deals. When you hear us say premium, we mean that we're dealing with a seller that is presumably free and clear, no mortgage. And we're having a conversation with them, and unlike the flippers and wholesalers that are trying to steal it at 60 or 70 cents on the dollar, we say, well, no, we normally can pay market value, depending, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, how far you can go out on the term. In other words, the old cliche, if you get your price, we need to get our term, okay? So what does premium mean? Premium means price, not monthly, not down. It means price. And it means that, let's just use some numbers. That's the deal we're working on recently with actually an associate in New Hampshire. Rick said to me, well, here's the numbers, Chris. We have a $2,000 principal pay down every single month. That's pretty huge, the way we structure the payments. And the house is like a $400,000 house. Let's call it $500,000 for easy math. Okay, $500,000 house, $2,000 a month principal pay down. Gentleman wants $500,000. Sort of agreed to the 48-month range for a term. So Rick said, I told him we might be able to pay a premium. Can you help me structure this? When we go to, say, 60 months, what would be the premium, and how do you calculate that? Here's how we do it. And this is no steadfast. This is something I've used for years. So if we know we're getting $2,000 a month principal pay down on this house that at 48 months we'll pay $500,000 for, would you have any problem giving the owner a offer of, say, $506,000, $6,000 more than he or she's asking? I wouldn't, and here's why. If we're doing principal only, and I'm going from 48 months to 60 months, I added 12 months of principal pay down. 12 times the $2,000 I'm getting is $24,000 by getting an extra year out of him or her. So I tend to calculate the premium based on 1 to 6 months of my principal pay down. So in the case that I gave you, the example I gave you of 506, I was just taking 3 months of my pay down and basically saying, look, I'll eat that. So if he extends to 60 months, in months 49, 50, and 51, I'm breaking even, so to speak, with the price I gave him an increase on. But for the next 9 months, I get 18 grand benefit by extending that for a year. That's how and why you can, if you need to use it for leverage, pay a premium when you're trying to get a longer term. I hope that helps you. And I got to say that when I mentioned the deal structure videos, there's 140, 150 of them. But the ones that are owner financing, I want to say two things here actually. The ones that are owner financing are a simple metric for you to know. If this doesn't get you excited to learn and get really good and get accredited, and I'll tell you how to do that, in creative financing, nothing will. When you take an owner financing free and clear deal with a seller, and the parameters are, if the price is at least 200 grand or higher, I'm giving you general numbers, and you get at least a 48-month term, so 200 grand, 48 months, and you structure at least a $900, I'll call it $1,000 for round numbers, monthly principal pay down with that seller as your term, guess what? You have a 6-figure payday with all 3 paydays. You have 6 figures. 100 grand no matter what with those criteria, or higher price, or higher monthly, or longer term, you get even more. We recently did a deal with the same gentleman, Rick, in New Hampshire. We outlined the paydays. It was 280 some odd grand because it's free and clear property. We recently closed on a property. I'll share this with you. Just closed on it. Bought it for $183,900 owner financing. The profit was about 188 grand several years later, like 6 or whatever years later. I'm going to leave that in your brain to think about, that we bought a property for 183 and profited almost 190, and just let you sleep on that for a little while. Now, if you want to get really good, there's only one course right now that I'm aware of on the planet. Now, I'm going to go nationally because I don't know outside of that you can get certified and you have a chance to get accredited by the Creative Financing Real Estate Association. That's pretty cool. And that one course is the QLS course. Just go to smartrealestatecoach.com/QLS, and I look forward to seeing you soon on one of our weekly sit-downs, which take place every Thursday.